Passam event organized by Sri Sairam Institute of Technology and one TNBN NCC. The theme of today's event is Eco-Visions and Sustainability. We are honored to have with us our esteemed resource person M. Senthil Kumar sir from Hankel Accessive Technology who will enlighten us on the topic of Eondrive. We take this opportunity to thank our respected chairman and CEO sir, Dr. Sai Prakash Biomuthu sir, our principal Dr. K. Palnikumar sir, our take care Dr. M. Balachandran sir, and our associated NCC officer, Lieutenant Dr. E. Vishwanathan sir, for their continuous encouragements and support. A heartfelt welcome also to our dedicated NCC Jeevas Passam representative, energetic fellow cadets, and all participants. Together, let us commence this Jeevas Passam event to celebrate sustainability and inspire positive change. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind, everyone. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Thanks for the confirmation. Okay, so can we get into presentation? Okay, I'll share my screen. Are you able to see my screen, presentation screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Fine. Thank you for confirmation. Okay. I'm happy to share my knowledge with all of you. Thanks for the nice introduction given. And since I am seeing my computer screen, I may not be able to understand if you have some questions. So my simple request, you can voice it out then and there whenever you need some clarity. I will be explaining to you. With this understanding, let me get into slides. Before getting into slides, I am representing Henkel Adhesives. We are adhesive manufacturer. So what is this adhesive? How it is going into automotive? What are all the parts? How these are sustainable? Those things is what I am going to explain you. So from your side, is there any expectation? What do you want to understand from me? Any particular expectations? Anybody? It can be an interactive session, need not to worry. Whatever queries you can ask me. I'm not your professor.
Yes, sir.
Particularly any expectations you guys have?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Then let it be blank. Let me get into my slides. Okay, a small introduction about me. She has explained it very clearly. I am Senthil Kumar and I have 28 plus years of industrial experience. So I was also like a college student like all of you and went through kind of sessions. And now I am happy to share my knowledge to young engineers like you. Okay, with that introduction, let me introduce my company. Instead of I am talking, let me take you through small video.
We are Henkel. We are pioneers.
Are you able to hear the audio from video?
Yes, sir. The audio from the video
Nice.
is
Thank you. I'll run it.
At heart, committed to leading the way. to reimagine and improve life every day. Our journey began with a commitment to innovation and quality, and it has stood the test of time for almost 150 years. Together, we develop the products and solutions for tomorrow. Our adhesive technologies are the hidden heroes in all our lives, holding the world together, serving our customers in more than 800 industries. Our consumer brand products are touching the lives of millions every day. We keep clothes crisp and homes clean. We redefine hair care at home or in your favorite salon. With our pioneering innovations, we help to transform entire industries. We create sustainable value for all of us, today and for generations to come, because we share a common responsibility for the planet, for the people and our communities. And for all our stakeholders. We are Henkel, a diverse team of about 50,000. We are creators, inventors, challengers, and doers. United by our joint purpose. We are pioneers at heart for the good of generations.
Okay. So we are adhesive manufacturer. We are into personal care, like hair coloring. We are into home care, like soap, detergents, and then we are also into adhesives. Within adhesives, we serve automotive industries, white good industries, shipping, aeronautics. Everywhere we are there. What is this adhesive? Adhesive is the compound which helps to put two components together. None of our components are made out of single component, right? Single unit. It's all made into pieces. So those have to come together. To keep it together, we need the support of adhesive. So that's what we are in charge. Hope you guys got the introduction about Henkel. And then let's talk about sustainability. Again, on small video. Okay, coming to sustainability. Sustainability is nothing but how we use our resources. We keep something for our future generation, right? So sustainability can be through our operations. How we use our electricity. Are we using renewable energy? Are we using the thermal energy properly? Defossil systems, circular use of wastewater and good water. So all these are how we can control at production level. So that's where we can control sustainability. Not only that, the goods what we supply to our customers. So here in this case, our adhesives materials. So those goods, how it is manufactured. So renewable carbon materials, and then wherever we procure the raw materials, it should be net zero pathway. That's how we ensure that our materials are not having any harm materials, volatile organic components, which is harm to an human nature. So those kind of materials are avoided and renewable carbon based materials are being used. And then we not only look at our component, how we make others enabling the sustainability. The kind of applications we do, support we do to industry, make them to reuse their own component. Again, that is going to support sustainability. So we are going to innovate, design for sustainability, develop debonding technology. As I was informed you that we are going to put two components together, we should also able to remove those two components, right? Then only we can reuse it, repurpose it. So how we will be doing, that's what is sustainability. And transparency, and then epic, which is nothing but our regular powertrain engine, that is diesel engine, petrol engine. Again, when we talk about a car, it is not only engine, right? You have an interior where you are sitting with the seat, and you have an exterior powertrain. Every component needs something to be come closer, keep together. Then there is a need for some fasteners or adhesives. So that's how we will be contributing. So for today, we are going to talk about only automotive electronics and e-mobility, because that will be related to you, especially for triple E students, right? So far, am I doing good? Am I too fast? Is this okay to you? Are you able to getting me?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay, let's go through one more video. How e-mobility is happening in. Okay. So before getting into further slides about e-mobility, just a small recap. All of you must be knowing, you must be driving the two-wheeler or knowing about the car, right? We have engine, the existing cars, and then you have some transmission, gearbox to reduce the speed, increase the torque, whatever it is. Finally, our wheel have to rotate, then only vehicle will move forward. So the rotational force, we need to give it to the wheel. For that purpose, we have engine, which we call it as prime mover. To run the engine, we need the fuel, right? For human, we need food. Like that, for engine, we need fuel. So we have a fuel tank. The fuel chemical energy goes into engine, converted into mechanical energy, that again transferred via various components like gearbox, clutch. Finally, we are rotating the wheel. Thereby, the vehicle is moving. Clear? So now the new trend is e-mobility, electric vehicle. So in that, how it is changing? So engine is replaced by electric drive system, electric motor. So this is going to be your prime mover. This is going to give you the rotary motion to the wheel. Then how it will run, for what is the fuel for this motor? That is current, electricity, which is going to be given from the battery pack. So diesel tank will be replaced by battery pack, and then engine will be replaced by electric drive system. So power comes here, we get the mechanical, here electrical energy is converted into mechanical energy, and then this to control this motor, this battery, we need a power electronic system. So this is how the new trend is coming up. Is that slide understood? Any doubt? Are you guys getting a little too high for you?
No, sir, there is no doubt.
We are getting it, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, and then let's move into next slide. As we seen e-mobility, how it is compared to our existing systems, what are all the major components into e-mobility? One is battery system, which we have discussed, and then power electronics like DC-DC converter, battery control module, inverters. These all are coming under power electronics. Any control units, motor control unit, battery control unit, battery management system, everything will come under power electronics. And then we have electric drive system. So this is how you have a two-wheeler. Only it's a miniature. All these components are needed in two-wheeler as well as in four-wheeler. Only the size differs, the capacity differs, kilowatt hour changes, but the units are remain same. Further, if I go, I'm just exploring the battery system, how it is going to be. Inside the battery, what is going to be there? So we are going to have the cells like what we used to have in our torch or in our cell phone. There is going to be one cell. So number of cells put together, say 10 cells or 30 cells put together connected in series or parallel is going to be called as one module. So number of modules are placed together and connected in a way that we get the output electric current, then that is going to be called as battery pack. Cell to module to battery pack. So this is how the system is going to be. As all of you are electrical engineers, you know when the current is passing, there will be an heat generated. So the heat, if the battery pack is going beyond 60 degree, the normal operating temperature is 60 degrees C. For engine, it can be even up to 120 degree C temperature, no issues. But when it comes to battery, it has to operate at 60 degrees C. So we need to maintain that temperature. Then there need an thermal interface material. Industry people call it as TIM, thermal interface material. So what it does, it takes away the temperature from these units, say battery pack, and then we will be sending it to cooling plate. There will be a cooling plate through which water glycol will pass. That will take away the heat. But there should be an intermediate medium between your module and the cooling plate. That is going to be TIM, thermal gap filler, thermal gap pad. So different terminologies are there in industries. But as a student, you can understand to this level. That's fair enough. And then there are some structural components. Basically, you have compartments, housings. So all those have to be in place. We can't weld it. If I have to weld it, structure has to be thicker one. The more thicker, heavier in place. So more heavy meaning your energy absorption is more, then vehicle efficiency is less. So people try to reduce the weight by going with structural adhesive. And then once you have two component, nowadays you can also see even in your tiffin box or in the utensils what you use at home, you get the rubber o-rings, right? That is for the sealing. Nothing should come out, or from outside it should not go inside. So same is required for the engineering components also. Between the housing you need the sealing gasket. So those all are managed with the adhesives. Here one more interesting topic for you guys to understand. There are different types of cells available. Pouch cell, which is like a packet or polythene pouch, it will be, and then it will be stacked together. There are cylindrical cells like what we use in our remote, like that. It's a cylindrical in form. Tesla and many two-wheelers, they go with this kind of cylindrical cells. And then one more type is prismatic cell. Prismatic cell is nothing but kind of cubical one. So here it is little stronger. Different types of cell chemistries are there, which I am not going to cover now. I think for you guys, as of now, it's fair enough to know there are different types of cells which can form into battery pack, which can be used in automotive industries. Mostly in two-wheeler, we go with cylindrical, and four-wheelers, we go with either pouch or prismatic. Okay, then let's see one more video. I want this session to be interactive session. Don't take it as a classroom lecture. That's how I put many images, videos, so that it is not boring to you. So if any questions, doubts, don't worry, please ask me. Something is wrong. Okay, let me. So this is a cut section of cylindrical cells. Inside the cylindrical cells, we have cathode, anode, and then conductive coatings. So what you are seeing, these kind of ribbons, these are all cooling plates through which the coolant will pass through. So once the cell is here, when the cell is getting heated up, that will be going to the cooling plate, and then from cooling plate the water glycol will take away the heat and giving away to the atmosphere. So that's how it is. This is something called as dielectric coating, just to make it interactive. Anybody knows what is dielectric strength? Okay, no problem. Metal will conduct the current, right? Wires will conduct the current. Something should not conduct the current, then that is called as dielectric. Breakdown voltage, beyond certain voltage, that will pass through the current. So here the non-conductivity of electricity is required. You have a cooling plate, you are going to mount the cells here, which is electrically energetic. So by accidentally also, if those high voltage come in contact with the cooling plate and then battery box, finally it will go to vehicle. So that should be avoided. There can be a spark created because of high voltage. That's the reason we need to put a coating which will act as an electrically non-conductive. The metal will become electrically non-conductive. That's what is dielectric coating. So these are thermally conductive adhesives. As I was explaining, the heat has to go to cooling plate. If I simply put the cell over the cooling plate, there will be a air gap. As all of you know, air is a poor conductor of heat. So heat will not get conducted. So to make it a better one, better thermal management, we put a paste which will come in contact with both the components, cell and the cooling plate, and take away the heat. As I was explaining you, this is going to be a sealing of the cover. This is another interesting. See, cells, you would have heard or seen the news. Sometimes electrical vehicle got burned out, the fire captured. Okay, so in the event of two-wheeler, okay, and rider can just leave the two-wheeler and come out. But inside the car, if something has happened, the passengers are inside, right? They need some time to come out, say 2 minutes, 3 minutes. They have to open the door and come out. So till such time, even if something gone wrong inside the battery pack, temperature should not come to passenger cabin. So for that purpose, there are fire protective coatings will be applied on the battery pack lid. What it will do, even if the fire comes inside, that temperature will be taken care by these particular coatings. It will not allow the temperature to come outside the box. It will hold for 5 minutes. Even up to 800 degrees C, 1000 degrees C, it can hold. The outside temperature will be as good as 50, 60 degrees C. That is called as fire protective coating. So different cells. Can anyone say what is this cell name? My mouse hand is, I'm touching. We've seen 3 different cells. Anybody remember what are all those?
No, sir.
Okay, this is cylindrical cell. This is prismatic cell. This one is pouch cell, like our packets. Pouch cell. Okay, one more terminology. Maybe this all will be helpful when you go for interview or interact with some delegates. Look at here. This one is module. This design is called as module to pack. The entire box is called as pack. A small cells or pouch cells are put inside the box. This is one module. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 modules on one side. So this is module to pack design. If I come here, it is directly cell. Cells are directly put on the pack. So this design is called as cell to pack. This was the old design. The next trend was cell to pack. And nowadays there is one more technology, cell to chassis. So in India we have this both. Module to pack, cell to pack. This is again cell to pack. Cell is directly coming in contact with pack. Okay, nice. So with that, one more video, but I'll make it a little fast. Here, again cylindrical cells. Again, this is called as one module. All the cells are put in one place. And then if you take the cells, these are all called as cell holders. So cell cannot stand as it is, right? We need to put some holder and then the cell have to be mounted on it. So these are all the adhesives which is being used in industry to hold it. Here if you look at, there are 2 holders, upper and bottom. So cell is not going to come out. However, cell can rotate in its axis, right? So that should be avoided. That's how we are putting these adhesives here. Okay, this will be done through UV curing. Under the UV light, this product immediately bonds. So these are all just okay. What is the next trend in e-mobility? as we have seen, we need to bond these modules together. Had it been module to pack, it's okay, module can be taken out. When we put cell to pack, after some time, say the life of the battery is 5 years. After 5 years, I can remove these cells and use it for household purpose. Still, the cell is life will be available. Or during the lifetime, there are some repairs. I need to remove the cell and use it. So for that purpose, this is called as EDL, electrical delamination. The adhesive is capable enough when I am giving a positive and negative current, the ions are separated, then I can remove the cell easily. Otherwise, unless until I give this current, I can't remove this battery, I can't remove this cell. I will be ending up in damaging it. So this is called as serviceability. Whenever I want to remove it, I should be able to remove it. So this is one new technology which is coming up in Europe, and Indian OEM also working on it, have made the battery packs and successfully implemented this. Okay, that's about battery pack so far. And then coming to power electronics, as I was telling you, DC-DC converter, inverter is nothing but changing AC current into DC or DC current into AC, and then battery management system. These all are coming under power electronics. You have many electronic components inside which generates the heat. We need to have thermal interface material to keep the components in place and take away the heat, and then seal the housing with the gasketing, sealing, and various forms of thermal interface material. Here it is potting, here it is pads, and then thermal gap fillers. Pad meaning it comes like an sheet. You can just put it and use it at various thickness. That is called as thermal gap pad. But the purpose remains same, take away the heat. And then coming to electrical motors, just for the moment, have you gone through electrical motors in your study so far? Okay, very good. Any few components inside the electrical motor, what are all the components will be?
Magnets, coils.
Magnets. Okay, very good. Brush, very good, super. Okay, nice. So majorly, sorry, somebody else is saying, yeah?
Sir, the rotor.
Rotor, very, very, very good. Rotor, stator. Rotor is important because motor has to rotate. The housing which is going to stand still, that is going to be stator. So these motors, drive motors, again various categories: AC motor, DC motor, and then especially when it comes to e-mobility electronics, we will be having DC motors. So again, it is with pumps, power electronics. So thermal management is major here, and then sealing. Okay, like somebody was saying, what are all the components? Yes, we have rotor, and then commutator, magnets are there. All these have to come together. Housings, front cover, rear cover, bearings, coils, winding coils are there. Brushes are there, right? So again, we need a wire reinforcing product, magnet bonding product, potting product. Potting is nothing but keeping a component and then pouring some adhesive on it, fill it so that it is protected from atmosphere and then environmental conditions. Okay, also there will be some bolts and nuts, so thread locking, thread sealing is required. Okay, so what is your guess? How many different types of electric motors we use? I have put the slide for you. Any motors you have come across when you ride on your vehicle, two-wheeler, four-wheeler?
Sir, AC motor and DC motor.
Very good. AC motor and DC motor, nice. Okay. Mirror adjustment motor. On the car we have mirrors, right? Nowadays we simply press one button, mirror comes out, close in whatever we want. So how it is done? That is done through electrical motor. These are called as actuators. Central locking system. You are simply pressing a button, the lock is coming up or down. How it is done? Again through the actuator is done through motors, e-motors. So you are starting your key. So starter. So you have a starter again with the motor. Alternator to generate the current, to charge your battery. Again that is also an actuator. It's a reverse of motor, alternator. Steering wheel. Nowadays very easily we are steering it. The older car, if you have an experience of driving, you will find the difference. Again we have a motor into that. Seat adjustment. Simply pressing the button, the seat moves forward, comes backside, or you're reclining, everything is done by motor. So what it means is there are n number of motors, nothing less than 80 number of motors are there inside the car. So many electrical and electronic components which is of interest to you, you guys are going to manage in the future in the industry. Okay, so that's about the motor and few more new technologies which we have seen through the video. Fire protection coating, the between the cells, the pads, again fire protection coating for the cylindrical cells sealing. Okay, I will skip this video how these products are being applied, and this electrical debonding I explained to you, right? Debonding, removing can happen in a different ways. I can apply the heat and remove it. I can apply ultrasonic waves and remove it. I can apply the magnetic waves and remove it. And I can put entire system inside the some chemicals and remove it. Mechanically, I can force and remove it. So various types are there. So this electrical delamination is into e-mobility. Okay, that's about the e-mobility we have seen so far. Then the next topic for us is automotive electronics. So I'll pass on for few minutes. So far, whatever you have gone through, just recollect it. If there are any queries, questions, you can ask me before jumping into auto electronics.
Sir, can you please tell us why nowadays the electric vehicles are getting fired, sir?
Why nowadays electrical vehicles are getting?
Sir, like getting fire.
Fire, okay. Very good question. Okay, what we have is cell inside. If it is only one individual cell, the voltage will be maybe 12 volt cells, right? And the intensity is very less. We are also using on our cell phone or on torch. We don't get this kind of fire because our operating range is less. When we connect into an say 80 kilowatt hour battery, 20 kilowatt hour battery, 30 kilowatt hour battery, and our power drawn by the motor when the vehicle is moving on the road, initially the torque will be more. That time the power drawn will be more. The more power is drawn in a shorter duration, what it means is higher electron movement. As I told you, when there is an electron movement, the heat generation is a byproduct. So the heat is going to get generated. That's a byproduct. We cannot avoid it. We can only manage it. If we manage it efficiently, these things can operate up without any damage if the system is operating below 60 degrees C or 70 degrees C. Max OEMs are controlling by 60 degrees C. For some reasons, the temperature happen to increase more, then eventually there is going to be an fire incident. The cell is going to get cracked, flashpoint, fire is going to come at one cell. Then we need to protect it or control it only at that particular one cell, disconnect everything else. Again, there are some needs for the material. If we allow it to go, then it will keep on going to next cell like that. Then it is called as fire propagation. Finally, we get a bigger fire, which is burst out or flash, what we see in the media. So that's how the engineers are putting different knowledge, technologies, advanced materials. Okay, we cannot avoid it. We need to manage it in case of mistake. If it happens, how to restrict it. So that's how it is happening. Hope you got the answer. It's a byproduct temperature. We need to manage it properly.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, nice. Thanks for the query. Because in a team, if even one person is asking, that is going to be a knowledge for everybody. So everybody need not to ask. So always it is good to ask the question and get to know the answers. All right. Now then let me move into automotive electronics. Okay. This slide is a nice slide which explains what all are coming into electronics. So as an triple E students, it will be of interest to you guys. You can understand so many industries. Actuator and mechatronics is one industry. Many companies are there to do this. So many opportunities for you. So let's see what are all the components. If you look at ADAS and cameras, advanced driver assisting system is called as ADAS. So where the camera come into that, nowadays we have a camera, 360-degree camera, in-cabin camera, reverse parking camera, or dashboard camera. Many cameras are there coming to assist the driver to understand what's happening inside and outside so that he can drive safely. So again, that's one. Again, we have data modules, radar, lidar. These are all again to support if there are any nearby vehicles are coming, any passengers are coming, any humans are coming near vicinity of your moving vehicle. You need an alert. So for that, those are all the radars are positioned in the car. Again, there are many electronic components which is coming into it. We will go through in the coming how we are managing that. Wiring harness, like our nerves in the human body, the entire vehicle is connected with many wires. Those are all called as wiring harness. Those takes the signals from one place to other place, and then electrical circuits pass on the power. So that's the purpose wiring harness are there. Then many sensors nowadays, without sensor nothing can happen. The older vehicle we never had sensor, everything is mechanical. Now 90% mechanical units are removed and we have the sensors which sense and then give the control to control units. Again, control units is a brain which analyzes the input and then giving back the feedback. Okay, now the vehicle is going into the hill. You need to have more torque, not high speed. So give more current or more fuel. Those kind of systems are given by sensors and control units. Actuators, these are all the drivers. Once the signal comes, it will increase the speed, reduce the speed, whatever it is required for that situation. So this all put together is auto electronics. Control units, sensors, actuators, wiring harness, everything is working in hand. Okay, let's go through some videos, different components. Here there is no audio in this video, but you can observe the components. This will help you to see different components. The moment you see the images, okay, this I seen it somewhere, and these are all the units available like that. The moment you get into industry, you can talk about it. Okay, what is the control unit? What is camera system? Yes, there will be some housing, some lenses will be there, PCB will be there inside. Like I was asking, what is there inside the motor? So again, if I have to explain you, to protect it, we need the sealing, O-rings, EMI shielding. You would have come across EMI, electromagnetic interference. For that, there are specific materials required, especially when too many components coming together, electrical components, we need EMI shielding. Gap fillers, again for thermal management. Let me make it little fast. Solder paste to keep all the PCBs components in place. Solder pastes are required. Okay, nice. And then it's not only in engine, inside your driving cabin also we have electronics, right? A small example of that. Ambient lightings, again those are all controlled by electronics, transparent, non-yellowing. Okay, that's about adhesive. For you need not to know.